This is News Fighters, where we fight the news so you don't have to.
G'day everyone, welcome to News Fighters for today, the 24th of September 2021. News Fighters is a kind of funny-ish look back at the big news stories of the week, presented by me, Dylan Behan, the Evergrande real estate company of wacky clips. First up, the biggest story in Australian earthquakes this week.
Tonight, one of the largest earthquakes in years.
The biggest earthquake in Southeast Australia's history.
Victoria experienced its strongest ever earthquake.
The strongest earthquake on record hits Victoria.
But how powerful was it?
So powerful, it shook the earth.
That's literally all earthquakes do. That's like saying a cyclone was so strong it blew wind. The earthquake was even felt all the way up here in Sydney.
From Sydney to the Central Coast, the impact felt far and wide. Evacuations and cracking in high-rises.
Cracking in Sydney high-rise apartment blocks, that's normally only ever caused by gravity or a light breeze. The earthquake damage in Melbourne appeared to be very widespread across one building.
The magnitude 5.9 quake taking a wall to the ground at Betty's Burgers on Chapel Street.
Advertising classic shakes, Betty's Burgers was served an almighty rumble.
Betty's Burgers, Chapel Street, known for their authentic shakes, perhaps not like today's.
Look, seriously though, jokes aside, Melbourne has been through a lot lately, and there mightn't have been much physical damage done by the earthquake, but I feel the emotional impact could last for months to come.
Quite sad, really. Wondering when I'll be getting my burgers. Might be a while now.
Meanwhile, our jet-setting Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, or Scott 747, as I've unsuccessfully attempted to brand him, jumped to action from New York.
I was being updated on the situation of the earthquake in Victoria. I'm pleased that overnight, and as further information has come in, those events have ended up being less serious than at first thought.
What are you talking about, Scott? It's a disaster zone. There's one guy who can't even get his favourite burger.
Quite sad, really.
Now to overseas news.
Britain's most famous ancient monument, Stonehenge, is set to undergo repairs for the first time in 60 years.
Okay, hang on, wait a second. What the hell repairs does Stonehenge need? It's a bunch of giant rocks. It looks even more structurally sound than a Betty's Burgers, and it got struck by an earthquake this week. In election news, Russia had its parliamentary elections this week.
These results on the government's website show 100.4% of those registered cast their vote, which is not possible.
Yeah, not possible outside of Russia and maybe Belarus and a few other countries. Meanwhile, Canada's election this week was also mired by allegations of vote buying.
Polling stations will have COVID measures, including a new pencil for every voter.
Free pencils for everyone? Wow, Canada really is socialism gone mad. In financial news,
there are fears the collapse of one of China's biggest property companies could spark wider economic turmoil.
The despair of losing your savings. These were the chaotic scenes outside the headquarters of one of China's biggest real estate developers last week.
Wait, so you're telling me thousands of Chinese people have lost millions of dollars in a corporate collapse without any recourse, while those in charge have gone unpunished? Wow, China really is a capitalist country now. Welcome to the club. Also in New York, the UN General Assembly sat this week, and there were some unexpected guests.
K-pop kings BTS take the floor at the UN General Assembly.
Yes, Korean boy band BTS sang at the UN, which is odd because I thought it was supposed to prevent crimes against humanity. Also at the UN, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson had a song in his heart.
And when Kermit the Frog sang, "It's not easy being green," I want you to know that he was wrong. It is easy. It's not only easy, it's lucrative and it's right to be green. Although he was also unnecessarily rude to Miss Piggy, I thought. Kermit the Frog.
Yes, that's right. Boris Johnson quoting Kermit the Frog on the floor of the United Nations. And well, I don't know about you, but moments like that from our current crop of political leaders remind me of a completely different song from the Muppets.
I hope that something better comes along.
All right, that's the News Fighters headlines for today. Don't forget to listen to complete episodes on your podcasting app of choice or at youtube.com/newsfighters. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at newsfighterspod or at newsfighters.com. Keep fighting and bye for now.